Hello, and welcome to tonight's edition of Exposed, a top show that exploits current issues and exposes the truth to you, the public. I am your host, Mustafa Bombada, and on tonight's segment we will be looking at a recent issue in gender equality, where the FIFA Women's World Cup champion Team USA filed a lawsuit against the US Soccer Federation on claims of inequalities in pay, promotions and support. This has caused a major stir in the media and online, with the hashtag equal pay trending and making shockwaves worldwide. But is their lawsuit valid? Is the pay gap even real? Let's take
Go.
Gender discrimination, inequality, unequal pay. These are some of the issues that the US women's national soccer team claim they have been exposed to. But is their claim truth? Today I am joined by US national team captain Megan Rapinoe and US soccer representative Joseph Muller. Welcome. So tell me, Megan, what happened?
Well, Mustafa, let me tell you, when I found out that our male counterparts in the US men's national team were making considerably more money than us, I must say, the first thing that popped into my head was discrimination. Discrimination against us, and more importantly, discrimination against women.
Yeah, right.
Us as a team are far more successful and triumphant than the US men's team when it comes to soccer, which was highlighted by our recent World Cup win. I feel as if we should be spotlighted and showcased more, and in turn, at least be at their level in terms of pay.
Interesting. Any thoughts, Joseph?
Well, first off, congratulations on your World Cup win. I mean, it was pretty impressive. But I think this whole predicament is highly unnecessary and pointless. I mean, there are many factors that go into the pay gap between men and women in sport, and sometimes this can be mistaken for discrimination and gender inequality. First off, the market for women's professional sport is enormously smaller than the market for men's sport. Like, look at the facts. The FIFA World Cup for men pulled a grand total of $6 billion, whilst the FIFA Women's World Cup only generated $131 million.
Impressive.
We must pay the teams what they generate in revenue.
Well, if we look at the facts, we can see that the US women's national team is far more successful than the US men's national team at generating ticket revenues. If we look here, we can see that the US women's national team generated a total of $49.9 million between 2018 and 2019, whilst the US men's national team only generated $48 million.
Yes, but that can be attributed to the fact that the US women's national team play 22 games annually, whilst the US men's team only play 17. There is obvious discrepancy there.
Interesting point, Megan, but if we look here at this graph here, we can see the differences in earning between the US men's national team and the US women's national team. From a neutral point of view, that looks like the US women's national team is earning more. Care to explain?
That is obviously fake. The players on my team earn less per game than the US men's national team players, with a difference of about $8,000 or so. I mean, come on, that isn't good enough considering the fact that we are the best national soccer team on the planet, and we aren't even making the same amount of money as the 21st best men team on the planet. Female US soccer players have been consistently paid less money than their male counterparts. The fault for that falls entirely on the US Soccer Federation.
You've already seen to that, and I hope that your allegations are found to be false. You see that the US Soccer Federation paid a total of $34.1 million in salaries and bonuses to the women's national team, which is decidedly more than the $26.4 million paid to the men's national team.
We are fighting for our freedom and rights as women, and are free to exercise so.
Alright. Looking here, Megan, I can see that a major contributor to the alleged discrepancies in pay is the fact that the men have a different pay structure than the women. In a CBS interview with the US Soccer Federation, they stated, quote, "It's a different pay structure, one the women chose themselves." So, are the women's national team being discriminated against? Are they being oppressed by their governing overlords? I will leave the verdict up to you, the Australian public, to decide. But that's it for tonight's edition of Exposed. I'm your host, Mustafa Bumbara, and good night.